is fast done.
Actually, Fred, it's no longer a secret that the president has done this. Because, I mean, you can see from his last weekend, this weekend where he has been in Western Kenya, he even declared that he will crush them. In 2027, I'm going to crush them, or I'm going to defeat them. You know, they better be prepared. I used some other language there that I couldn't find it useful to say in Kiswahili. But that also means, so what are these rooftop meetings every week? Are they not campaigns? Are they development of their campaigns? Because when you look at the speech, and it's okay, every 5 years we have elections. And the president, even in the last election, how he won, he actually started very early. He started very early, and I think that is his mindset, is that every time he needs to go ahead and start early. So that maybe Kenyans like it that way. Because Kenyans want to be kept busy. And I suspect Kenyans don't have anything else to do, by the way. A lot of them are actually idle, especially the young people who have no jobs. And so if you want to involve them in something now, it's the politics. And it's going to be a very serious matter because we're not going to address the plight of those young people. Instead, we want them to fill our rallies. And now, by the way, the problem with politics is that now when Mungatana goes to a church, the church fills up suddenly, not because those guys want to come and worship, but they have seen Mungatana there. And that is how young people are going. They're going after this kind of opportunities. And I just want to ask this way. Are we dealing with the crux of the matter, which is that the young people are not employed, that the older people are economically deprived, and that they have absolutely little to do? So it's very easy for us to occupy them in politics, the excitement of 1 day, 2 weeks, 1 week. But when you have left that area, what really happens in that area? So, yeah, I understand Tanzania is going to have elections this year. But Tanzanians have a way of saying, don't start early elections. There's a moment when you can be released to start elections. Uganda has the same. In Uganda, by the way, it's the same year as election. That's when you really are allowed to go and campaign. Because we should be able to be given a certain amount of time so that we don't occupy our people all the time in a political situation until they can't do their own things. Mm-hmm. Because to be creative, you need to be left alone to do your own things. But every weekend, we are asking people to come to the rallies. Every weekend. It's by the opposition, by the government, it's everybody. And I give this case, I give the case of West Pokot, my own county, where every weekend campaigns are going on as though elections are going to be held at the end of this year. Because people think the best way is to start early. Best way is to put your name out there and start early. But they are putting the people into action, which is not going to help those people to solve their problems. Yes. Right now, schools have opened, secondary schools. Kids cannot go to school because there's something about the bursaries that's not happening. So they have no schools actually kicking students out. So if we go every weekend to, those people will be in our rallies, but are we solving their problem? The parents will be in our rallies, but are we solving the economic problem? We're busy campaigning for this shisha, whatever it is. Enroll, and yet schools are out. School fees is not there. Scholarships are not there. The government is actually, I'm telling you, this is a very serious matter. So politics cannot be a priority. Telling people about forming parties now and so on cannot be a priority. In any case, parties can be formed quietly. Why should they become part of the national debate? You can form your party quietly and please allow the people to start looking at their own problems, which are many.
So on one hand, the president says he's not in campaign mode, and the cartoon on the